Students, so today we are going to discuss about the second enzyme that is very important for genetic engineering is ligases. Ligases is also known as molecular glue or molecular suture. Okay. So last class we have discussed about the restriction endonucleases, and restriction endonucleases, what does it do? It will digest the DNA, and it will, how does it digest? By breaking the phosphodiester bond between the DNA. Okay, this ligases does exactly opposite to the restriction endonucleases. They will cut the DNA molecules, whereas ligases, they join the two fragments of DNA. So that's why they are also known as molecular glue or molecular suture. Okay, ligases, what they do? They are the enzyme that are used to join the two fragments of DNA. Okay, so what happens here is, so while they are joining, how they join? Okay, so here in the restriction endonucleases, they will break the phosphodiester bond. These ligases, what they will do? They will make, so to join the two DNA fragments, what these enzymes will do is they will make a phosphodiester linkage. They will make a phosphodiester linkage between the two DNA molecules or two DNA fragments. So you can tell that ligases are the enzymes that are used to join the two fragments of DNA. That's why they are also known as molecular glue or molecular suture. How does they do? They will be doing by the joining. They will be doing the joining process through adding the phosphodiester linkage. You know that in the DNA we will be having the phosphodiester backbone, and phosphodiester backbone will be is the thing that is holding the entire DNA. So their response, these ligases, what they will do is they will join the two fragments of DNA. Now we'll understand, we'll go to the mechanism or principle of DNA ligase action. Then you can understand it in a more proper way. Coming to the mechanism or principle, what happens here is, so we are telling that when we have two fragments of DNA, okay, these ligases, what they will do is they are going to join the two different fragments of DNA. Say this is molecule 1 and this is molecule 2. So it will make the join the two fragments of DNA to make it as one. So this is actually the thing that has been done by the ligases. Okay, now we'll see how exactly they do that one. Okay, so what happens whenever we will take up any DNA, there are 2 points over here. One is your DNA are always anti-parallel. That means in one end you will be having the hydroxyl group, another one will be having the phosphate group. Okay, this is vice versa. Okay, wherever you will take a DNA molecule, you will be having the arrangement like this. Okay, whenever we take any DNA molecule, always DNA will be having a phosphate backbone and the hydroxyl backbone, hydroxyl end and the phosphate end, and phosphate end and the hydroxyl end, both are running in the anti-parallel or parallel direction. What happens here is, so DNA ligase, it will take the help of ATP or NADP for the formation of phosphodiester linkage. Okay, ligase, it will take the help of ATP or NADP. You know that both in ATP and NADP will be having one component known as AMP. Okay, and this AMP is linked to the phosphate group. What happens is ligase will take ATP or AMP as a cofactor and it will join these two groups. These two, the phosphate backbone, phosphate end and the hydroxyl end, by hydrolyzing a pyrophosphate group. Okay, at the end of the reaction. So what happens here is you will be having one fragment and another fragment. So one on fragment end we will be having a hydroxyl group, another fragment end we are having the phosphate group. What this ligase will do is it will take ATP or NADP as the cofactor and it will take the help of AMP. So what this AMP will do is AMP will join the two phosphate, the two ends of the DNA by adding a phosphate linkage. By adding a phosphate linkage, it will join the two ends of the DNA, two ends of the DNA fragment. So that's why at the end, at the end of the reaction, both of the end will be sealed and a phosphodiester linkage is formed over here. Okay, this is regarding the mechanism or principle of DNA ligase reaction. So we know that there is one fragment here and two fragment here, and at the one fragment end we will be having a hydroxyl group, another DNA fragment we will be having a phosphate end. What happens here is this AMP present in either ATP or NADP joins with the ligase enzyme, in presence of magnesium ions, and it will form a phosphate linkage between the two ends of the two fragments of DNA. Okay, when it joins, what happens is the gap is sealed down and a phosphodiester linkage is formed, and once the phosphodiester linkage is formed, the DNA fragment will become one. So that's why ligase enzyme is also known as the molecular glue, because it will join the two fragments of DNA into one. Okay, now coming to the types of ligase. Now we have understood what is the mechanism of ligase and what are ligase enzymes and what is its mechanism. Coming to the types of ligases. Okay. So what happens here is there are two types of ligases. We are talking about mainly the DNA ligases only over here. So there are two types of ligases. One is bacterial DNA ligase. Second one is T4 polynucleotide DNA ligase.